So before I jump to any conclusions in this type of video, we're just gonna let's get this out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't attacking anybody, this isn't supposed to offend anybody, this is just simply a respect others type of video. I really wanted to talk about this topic considering it's about 4 in the morning, my ass can't sleep, insomnia is taking the worst of me honestly, and I got work in a few hours, but ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we're gonna jump into this topic. So the moral of the whole, where this topic originally started off from, me personally, I like to, being a YouTuber, being a streamer, watching a lot of other streamers, I do tend to watch a lot of streamers these days, from Twitch platform all the way to YouTube, all the way to so on and so forth, other platforms. Some I can't even think of the top of my head. I do understand I'm going to be all over the place with this type of video, considering I'm just talking right off the top of my head, so bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. So, moral of the point I'm trying to get to here is, a lot of individuals will go out of their way and, those that have a higher ranking, usually a higher standing, such as, let's say Markiplier, PewDiePie, let's say, jeez, I can't even think of anybody off the top of my head. A lot of larger streamers, YouTubers, so on and so forth, they tend to have obviously a higher standing, a lot of more clout, as some of the kids are calling it these days. But let's look at it this way. We all want clout. We all want some sort of attention when it comes to our social media, say our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter accounts, or even Facebook. Me, myself, as a small little YouTuber still, we all like getting our little attention here and there from other larger individuals that will, they're willing to give and support each other at the end of the day. Now, again, this isn't supposed to be about the whole sub for sub issue or anything. That's for a whole different topic on another's day. But point I'm trying to get to about all of this, watching a bunch of streamers, watching a bunch of comment sections on some YouTube videos, I've noticed one thing that comes very repetitively. Users that tend to have a very large view count, a very large subscriber count, following, tend to have these one or two little, I like to call them parasites, but or leeches, as some call it. Essentially, they're users that go on to other. Well, let's look at, for instance, PewDiePie, for instance. I'm sure somewhere in his comment sections there's somebody, and sometimes YouTube can't capture all the filters or filter out all of them, but they tend to look for some sort of attention base, such as sub to me, I'm a small YouTuber so and so, and usually will post a link or something like that, or try to get their social media uprising, try to promote themselves on a platform that essentially you have no right to do so. It's kind of hard to explain. Let's put it this way. If somebody was to walk into your stream and say, I need subs right now, you give me a shout out. Honestly, in my eyes, and this is just my eyes alone, considering I should be closing them at this moment, that's kind of disrespectful. You see, YouTubers and content creators alike, they all obviously do one thing in common: create fucking content. When they're creating content, they're doing it for the pleasure and leisure for their audience. When an audience member decides to uprise themselves, and I'm not saying everyone has to stay in line, as everyone likes to get that little rush of dopamine when their favorite streamer, says their name, or, reads their comment or something like that, you get obviously excited. Hell, I still get fucking excited, and my buddy knows me personally. And shit, when he reads my comments, I feel goddamn special, but, that's the personal connection I have with them. And honestly, seeing other individuals come onto their streams, or not even just them alone, I tend to watch Kid Boga a lot. I watch Markiplier. I've watched, shit, I can't, like I said, a lot of other streamers throughout the Twitch industry, considering I've been watching a lot of Twitch streams a lot these days. What's interesting is a lot of those individuals, you see a lot of people tend to come in there, try and post their Twitch links, trying to get some sort of form of clout, and it tends to fall back in their face anyways, and quite honestly, it's kind of cringy when you look at it. Honestly, looking at the whole perspective of this, individuals need to understand you need to have some sort of respect boundary when you're coming onto another individual's stream. And honestly, let's look at it this way: when you go on to another individual's video stream, so on and so forth, and you're begging for that sort of attention, it not only makes you look like a bad person, but at the same time, you're not showing any respect nor care about the content and the hard work they put into making that sort of stream, video, the content that they're providing you. You're not showing them any sort of respect. Honestly, you're just kind of a leech at the end of the day. Now, like I said, this isn't attacking anybody. This is just simply looking at it from a different perspective. Honestly, if you wanted somebody to come onto your stream or, you know, your video and pretty much just leave like something that obviously doesn't mean jack of all shit, and I'm not saying everyone's gonna leave, you know, something great, all right? Let's face it, a lot of the comment sections can be atrocious sometimes, but that doesn't matter. Comments are comments. Who gives a shit about that? But when going on there and trying to self-promote yourself, and especially, and I've seen this multiple times on very large Discord servers, people will go on there, you give them a little edge and they will take the advantage. You give them an inch, they'll take a yard. As soon as they get the opportunity to promote themselves, they will spam it. Not only you're looking cringy, but at the same point in time, you're really separating yourself from the whole growing as a community type of deal. It's a weird aspect of things. A lot of people don't quite get it. I wouldn't say get it. I would say if they're not in the sort of industry, it's kind of hard to get a grasp on. And those that are guests, those that are actual true viewers, don't really, you know, get themselves involved in the content creation side of things. It's kind of just, you know, they just kind of shrug it off. They're just like, whatever, you know, I'm here to enjoy the content. I'm here because I like this streamer. I like this content creator. They make me happy. They fulfill my my need of laughter, whatever the content may be in your category. But you know, like I pretty much I'm repeating myself over and over. Don't go onto other people's, you know, stream. I keep having it. There's no better way of putting it. Just don't go into their territory and try and self-promote yourself. You're not going to gain much out of it, and quite honestly, you just make yourself look like the bad person. It's really cringy. It's kind of saddening at the same point in time. Nothing's wrong with trying to grow and create a community. Shit, I am so fucking happy with my community. It's small and it's slowly growing, but hell, I sure as hell love my little community. But, you know, we have a little, every so often you'll get a few bad apples that tend to come in there and it's like, hey, so I need subs, I need this, I need that. It's like, you know, I'm not one to sit here and say I don't want people to grow as a community. Fuck, I want everybody to grow. I mean, as a small YouTuber, hell, I was blessed to even meet one of my friends to help me, give me that clout, get me to where I am today. But some people tend to, you know, take advantage of that sort of situation, and sometimes it turns into a meme, and, you know, it's an inside joke here and there, but at the same point in time, it's not quite fair when you're not respecting the individuals, you know, the content that they're working so hard to make for you. Even if it looks like it's half-assed, at least they're putting in the effort to give a shit to at least entertain you in some sort of fashion. You coming in there and I would say disrupting that or attempting to interfere with that user's creation is really fucking scummy. I'm not gonna try and make a whole scam thing out of this. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, that was my whole spiel on the whole thing, but I don't want this video going over too damn long. My moral of the whole point is have a little bit of respect for individuals. You know, we're all out here, we're all trying to grow, we're all trying to, you know, love and support each other in the most great times as possible. But God, I mean, for fuck's sake, don't try keeping your self-promotions to yourself here and there. I mean, God damn, I mean, I'm pretty sure it would annoy the hell out of you if somebody came on there and was like, hey, I want self-promotion, It gets annoying after a while. Me, I'm not really one to be affected by this, but I've seen this on multiple streams, multiple videos, and, you know, it's sad watching some of my favorite YouTube creators having to, you know, have to ignore, they want to communicate with their community, but they have to ignore those, you know, pieces of shit at the end of the day that just are there not to enjoy the content, but there to promote themselves. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it off here. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. Dislike it if you disliked it. This is me, Alex. have some respect for your, I wouldn't even say your elders, say for your fellow content creators, respect yourself, and yeah, that's my whole Alex's tip of the day. I hope to see you guys in the next one.